Hello, everybody. This is NDME TV Live, and I am your host, Gina Sedman. And today we have, let's see here, Roz Tellez-Griffin. I got that right?
Yeah.
Roz Tellez-Griffin and Colette Owens, known as Coco Maria.
Yes.
All right.
Hi.
So I got it right. Yay. Yay. And we are with these two beautiful women, an amazing actress in the film industry. We're going to talk to them. And NDME TV Live, we're all about talking about the film industry and what goes on, the ins and the outs, and just getting in there and digging in there and letting a lot of the people that don't understand all about this industry kind of putting them in the know, right? So we're going to get this party started. Let's talk to Roz. Roz, you've been elected. Let's talk
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about, I want to know where you're from, and I want to know how you got your name, because your name is very, very unique. And so tell me, who gave you the name? Where does it come from? Tell me a little bit about you. I just want to know a little bit about you before we get into the juicy stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm California, raised and bred. I was born in Los Angeles, and I've had the pleasure of living primarily in the Inland Empire, Pomona surrounding area, so I'm familiar with that geography, so to speak. My name, Rosalind. Rosalind Russell was one of my mother's favorite actresses. And she just said that was it. If it was a girl, your name was going to be Rosalind. If it was a boy, it was going to be Steve.
Okay.
Point blank. So I do go by Roz for short. Sometimes that Rosalind is hard to pronounce. I've been a school teacher, so it was easy to say Miss Roz than Rosalind. So I'm a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 14. I just had a little one. And
congratulations.
Thank you. So I've been educated to teach preschool, and I love the babies. So I had the 3 to 5 year olds, and I love them. I recently retired. And before I retired, I got to do something really fun, and that was start acting. Gina, I've known you for some time, and when you started this venture, I was ecstatic to be chosen to walk this walk with you. So from the very beginning, it's been a wonderful ride and a journey. I started off just doing a walk-on. I think my legs got in. So from that, it went on to have a feature, and that was Rose England. And so there's been bit parts. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, this was before retirement. So just coming out to work with you and the wonderful group that you've had assembled was just very welcoming. And so I enjoyed it so much that I just kept on doing it. Every time the phone rang and said, hey, I got a part for you, or do you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, there was no hesitation, because it was just really, really fun and exciting for me. So when I did retire, I had people ask me, oh, are you going to do this full time? And I said, oh, I'm not sure. It was always fun. Yeah. And to be a part of something unique and different, something that I haven't did in a long time. I was very, very pleased to be in drama in high school, and I always loved to sing and dance and put different costumes on. So being able to come and do this again was just ignited that fire that I had. So this new film that we've just finished filming has just really been exciting because of the nature of it. And also, we haven't been able to do anything, or I haven't, for a whole year. So it was like getting back on the horse.
Good. That's awesome. Okay, so let me ask you the same thing, Colette. Let me know. We want to know a little bit about you and how you got started in acting and all that good stuff. So let us have it, girl.
Okay.
Well, it's funny. My story getting into acting was I kind of fell into it. So to backtrack, I was, I'm a singer too. And so I spent the majority of my life singing. I did acting in high school, but you kind of have to choose when you're in school. Like they say, okay, you can be in the band or you can be in the choir, but you can't do both. And it's kind of the same thing when I was growing up. They're like, okay, what are you going to do? So I said, okay, I'll sing. So I kind of just went on being in singing groups all through college, and as an adult, traveling and doing stuff like that. Had a life change because I'm originally from Indiana, and was married forever doing praise and worship for church, and got divorced and moved. And so I was like, okay, I need to start over. What do I want to do? And so I just I'm going to go to Georgia and I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. And we're just going to see what happens. And somehow I was directed to California. I came to California not for acting, but literally to look at a business. And someone said to me, oh, aren't you doing some acting in Georgia? I was like, oh yeah, when I get back to Georgia, I'm going to do that. And they're like, you're in California. And I was like, I know, but when I get back to Georgia, I'm going to, and they're like, so have you thought about doing it in California? And I literally was so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, no, when I go to Georgia, like 3 or 4 times, I couldn't even grasp, California, Hollywood, and all of that. And they said, well, since you're here, maybe you should try to audition. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe I would. So I said, I'll check it out. I auditioned for a play, got the part, and I said, oh, this is awesome. This is my first, real play. And I mean, like we're saying, I hadn't acted since high school. And so I said, oh, I'm not that good, but it'll be okay. We'll be something fun. And then I end up I said, I'll stay till the play's over. Then I'll audition for something else. Well, I'll stay till that's over. It's been 4 years. And during the 4 years, I have just kept going. And I was so privileged to meet Gina when she had Curiosity. And the funny thing with that, I didn't know what I was saying yes to. A friend of mine said, I have a friend who's doing some interviews, and you do it. And I was like, okay.
Let's do it.
It was just like, I'm saying yes to everything. And then I got there and I was like, whoa. And I just felt like this was God. God had navigated because I had to meet Gina.
Aww.
Gina is just a light, and she's so amazing. And after that, we just hit it off. We're like sisters in heart.
Yeah.
And she started sharing some of the stuff she was doing. And I've been privileged to be in a couple of her productions. And so that's it. I'm a mother of 3. I have 4 grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
Never in a million years did I think I would be doing this at this stage in my life. And I feel super blessed to be out here and making movies and just doing, a part of me that I literally thought I wouldn't even have. This has just been crazy. And I know it's just all God. It's all God. It's all Him navigating my life to where He wanted me to be. And so that's how I'm here.
That's awesome. I just noticed something that all 3 of us have in common. We all started our film careers in the second portion of our life. Yes. And it just kind of shows you that, I think the bigger message is there's so many people that they get to a certain age and they feel like their life is over because they didn't do it when they were young. And all 3 of us are women who are in our second half of life. And we're saying, hey, okay, we've raised kids, and we've done the family, we've done all the things that the younger people are doing. And we didn't just sit back and just get, a knitting needle and just sit in there and saying, well, it's me. Oh, well, I didn't do it when I was young. It's too late. But we all, we're like just crazy enough to go out and just pursue, God's purpose for us in our life, the other things that He wanted us to do in our life, And so we're just like we're just like living examples saying, hey, you can have grown kids and you can start something that you've never done before. You know, as all of us have backgrounds in different things, you know, Roz, you in teaching, and you in music, and myself in music as being an independent recording artist, and all three of us coming from something and jumping into film at the second portion of our life. I think that's so amazing. So that's actually a bigger message, that, you know, to get out there to the public, and when they're watching this, you know, hey, do, you know, get out and do. It's never too late. It's never too late. You know, I mean, you know, over 40 doesn't look, you know, like it used to look anymore. I mean, you know, people are like in their 70s getting their doctorate degrees, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so, you know, live your life. Every day you live your bucket list, you know? So, I had the, you know, now they're sitting here, you know, talking about, you know, their amazing time, you know, being able to work with me, in my films. But, you know, I'm like just blessed to be able to work with these talented actors, you know. You guys are, I'm just like, thank you for the opportunity to work with you, because I think you guys are absolutely amazing, both of you guys. And you know what, people don't realize how difficult it is to be an actor and what goes into it. They see it on the screen, but they don't realize, you know, how hard, even as a director, you know, I don't act. I'm not an actor. You know, I feel like I'm horrible at acting. If I was to get a script and somebody, I mean, oh man, like I couldn't land anything other than if somebody was actually putting a movie out called You Can't Act. I think I don't even know if I'm good enough to get that. You know, so what I'm saying, you know, it's almost like I know, you know, it's almost like taking your car into a shop and saying, look, I know what needs to be done. It sounds like the battery, but I don't know how to change the battery, but I know that the battery needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know, it is for me with directing. It's like, okay, I know what I'm trying to pull from you guys, you know, but I have to honor you guys, you know. So with saying that, let's ask Roz. Roz, tell me, how do you, as an actress, and you know, this show, we're about being real, and we're about being raw, and we're gonna just lay it out. When, especially us being in our second portion of life, and a lot of us, you know, are on the cups of, you know, either being perimenopausal, premenopausal, or in there, or have passed that. So we're somewhere in that stage where we qualify for mammograms. you know, and so you know, as we become more vintage or more classic or more refined.
I'm gonna use that.
I'm vintage. Or more as we get more refined. Sometimes we can be challenged, you know, as we lose certain things, even though we might look younger, you know, our bodies are still going through this transformation, and sometimes with that transformation causes memory loss, and cause, you know, different you know, hormonal changes, and even sometimes problems in our body, our physical body, you know, pain in our knees and in our lower back, where young actors can get out and they're just ready to go. They can remember scripts like this. They can just do it. There's no pain. You know, they can drive from here to there. And you know, it's like when you get, you know, we get some, it's like, okay, I got to get in bed by 5 o'clock in order to show up at this set at 6 a.m, or I've got to really pray and ask God to help my memory take me some goji berries or goji beans or whatever those are. Eat beans and rice. I don't know. A whole lot of it in order to remember. So you tell me, and you know, because we want to speak to people that are at the second portion of their life, like us, and let them know what it takes, how much you guys actually are determined when they see you on that screen, what you literally had to go through dealing with the natural process of life to even remember a screenplay and get in there and slay it, because you guys slay it, honestly. So tell me, Roz, and then after you, and then, you know, you can also come in as we speak, and we're just gonna all discuss this.
Okay. Well, it's difficult. It's a process, and It wasn't until I started this second phase and started really to say, I'm going to take this to another level, that I started looking at television differently. I started looking at it and saying, like, where's the mic at? Where are they stopping at? I looked at TV a whole different way before, from a actor's point of view. And I will look at someone doing a dialogue for, 15 minutes and thinking, just like you mentioned, how did they remember that much dialogue? It is very, very difficult. And maybe that young 20 or, that 5-year-old can just, rattle off them lines. But as you mentioned before, in the second half of our life, it is very difficult in a sense, and I'll speak on behalf of myself, as we do start that vintage lifestyle. We are at a place where we're doing different things. Myself, I'm retired. I just recently retired before the pandemic. And let me tell you, that 8 to 5 sounds good, because I think I've been more busy. So as it parlays and as it relates to acting, and you do reach that certain age, you have to process what it is that you need to remember in a script. And you really need to set yourself up and the things that you need, the tools that you need to really remember those lines. And you need to do whatever works for you. And if you even have a sheer thought that these lines, like you're saying them around the house, you're skipping, you're jumping, you're reciting these lines, but when you're in front of the camera, you're like, oh my God, it's not the same thing. And so the process is very different. We can rattle off these songs that we hear. We might have heard them 10 times and we know every single word to the song. But acting, you are working with other people. Okay, so you have to be right in cue with the other actors that you're working with. You have to know how they work. You have to have that dance. You have to have that dance together. So what you have on film, what you have on screen is just like a waltz. It is together, it's blending. And so I think for me as an actor, it would say, find your process that works for you. But the goal is to know that script, know that storyline for everybody that's in that production, not just yourself, but everybody, and make it your dance. Make it your dance. And as you know, with any dance, you need to learn the steps or you're going to look crazy if you don't know it. If you're doing the waltz and somebody else is doing the cha-cha, that's off the mark. Okay. Exactly. You have to blend together. You have to do the same thing. So again, it's that process where the goal comes out. You have a goal, but however, each actor has their own process. And I remember watching that, and they were asking different actors, well, how do you get ready for a scene? Some people go deep in. They go deep in. They gain weight. They lose weight. They set themselves up months ahead of time, and they transform themselves into that character. You don't do that in a week. You don't do that in a month. You really have to find out what works for you, so that the goal is that you do the part and you do it well.
Yeah, and definitely it's harder as we get in the second part of our life to lose weight. You see these little thin, beauties walk in there, for an audition. And, come on, you're in that second half. Come on, how easy is it to get that weight off? You eat a piece of chicken or a hot dog and you're going to be regretting that. You're not going to get that script, So, Colette, tell me about your preparation, and tell me about, things that you run into that you find that may be more of a challenge for you that might not be for younger actors,
Definitely the preparing and the sleep thing that you talked about. So for me, memory is not really an issue, right? For me, I've always had a really good memory. And so my process is like, I will read over the script. And as Roz said, I learn the whole script. So I may not know word for word the other person, but I know each scene, I know what we're trying to accomplish. And I always remember that this is a conversation. So I just kind of look at it, what am I feeling at this point? And that helps me to remember, because a lot of times it's normal conversation. And the rhythm is because you want it to just be, it's not overacting. And so it's really how you would feel. And a lot of times scripts are, unless it's something specific, it's kind of like, okay, what would you normally do in this? So I look at the whole script, I read it, and I read it almost every other day. I read it all the time, and then I go back. Sometimes I'll read it and record it because I drive a lot. So when I'm driving, I'll play it and I'm kind of going along with it just to get me familiar with it. But my challenges probably are more in line with the physical, the having to be on set at 6, having to prepare to make sure, because I do get up and I'm like, oh Lord, my leg hurts. I didn't sleep right. Gone are the days when I just jump up and I'm like ready to go. It takes me a minute. So if it takes me 20 minutes to get physically together in the morning, I have to be somewhere at 6. That means I'm up at 3. And I don't live near LA, so I live pretty much, I'm always a couple of hours away from set. So it's
but
a
you
process.
get it done, girl, because you've done Colette has done a lot of movies. She's also done things on the bigger screen as well, television. You've probably seen her, and you want to share just a few of the things that you've done.
I've done some short films. I've done some student films for Chapman University. I've done a lot of extra work on different shows, and that's the 6 a.m. work until midnight, and then you get home at 3 and or get home at 1 a.m. Got to be up at 3. So I drink Red Bull. Well, I don't do Red Bull. So that's not good. I do, but I'll drink coffee. And so trying to stay up, and I might grab a Coke or something, just trying. So that's the challenge that I have. But I've been really blessed to. I got my feet wet on TV and doing background work, which I never even thought that was a thing, and it really taught me a lot. I got to see, it helps when you can see the process of what filmmakers do and how it all works. So that is experience that I would never have gotten. And then you take that, and so then when you get to work, and it's a big, so you're just a name and a number. As an extra, you're like cattle, kind of, There's like, okay, go over here, and then we'll call you in, and we're doing this, and you're just walking back, and you're just doing whatever. But the experience is so valuable. And then when you get to take that and you're getting to watch and you're getting the feel of it, and then you get to do something intimate with Gina on this set. And so you get to take that experience and you know how to act. So when I come to set, I know, because I've been trained. We don't sit and act up. I'm waiting, I'm ready.
Ready to go.
Right. And so, and then you get that one-on-one time, and it's been a blessing, but definitely I've had to do some adjusting because I'm not 20.
Exactly. But you can still do it, and you're still getting it done.
I have put myself on a schedule. I go to sleep,
like we said, get in bed.
When I'm tired, I lay down. And I used to pride myself on never taking naps. I mean, I never took a nap in the middle of the day. I take naps. If I'm tired, I stop what I'm doing and I go lay down. Because I understand that I can't do what I'm trying to do, and I won't be able to memorize a script or anything if I don't take care of myself. So those, you have to do more for yourself, and you have to put yourself in. With that is wisdom too. As you get older, you know the value of sleep. Whereas when I was 20, I didn't. I didn't care about that. When I was raising kids, I didn't have time. But now I know how to take care of myself. I'm learning, should I say.
Good.
And so you do it, you know, you just do things differently to do what you want to do.
Yes.
And I'm committed to learn to doing it. So
Good. So we only have about 5 minutes left of the show. I want to talk really quick, and we'll just keep our answers brief. But let's talk about, you guys have a new film coming out, and it's called Barbara and Ginger, and these two lovely ladies did an amazing job. Let's just briefly talk about the film without giving away too much, and then let's talk about when it will be released and all that good stuff and where they can see it.
Want to start with me?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Go ahead, Rhonda.
Okay. Barbara and Ginger was very interesting because we know firsthand that mother and daughter's relationships are sometimes difficult. And even when you're living together, you know, you just don't sometimes always have that balance. So this film really brings that out. And I'm going to say with hard work and communication between this mother and daughter duel, they find out some things about themselves, you know, and they also find out what's really important for them to have that, I won't say newfound relationship, but maybe a new way of articulating to each other and really kind of remembering what's important. And that'll always boil down to the love that they have for each other.
Great. Colette, so tell me, when is the film coming out, and when can everyone see it, or where will it, you know, where can they find out about it?
So it comes out May 30th.
Okay.
And you can find it on NDME TV. And I think that
I believe it's also going to be on YouTube, right?
I was going to say in YouTube with is it Gina Carey Films or Gina?
No,
Sedman
it's going to be
Films?
on actually NDME TV.
Is it in NDME TV
on YouTube, NDME TV,
okay.
NDMETV.com. So just briefly, we only have 3 more minutes. We're running out of time. I want to talk to you guys forever. You guys are so much fun, but we only have so much time in this show. Right. But so just in closing, Colette, give me just tell some of these other upcoming actors, if you can tell them something, especially women, just briefly, really quick, you, and then we'll get Roz in really quick before we end. Tell them something, someone that's at their second half of their life acting. What would you tell them right now, and how would you encourage them to get out there and pursue their career?
I would just tell you that it's never too late to follow your dreams, that sometimes we feel like we are only here for one thing. We're here to be a wife, we're here to be a mother, a sister, a friend. But I just told someone that's today that we are more than that. God put purpose inside us. He put something in us. He put passion, and he put a desire. And he says that when he puts something in you, he will finish it. So be encouraged. Know that you are more than who you think you are. You always have another level to go to, and never give up. Always keep striving to go higher and higher, and just know that you already have it inside to do just that.
Great. Roz?
And I would say, you know what, there's so many areas that you can live out your dreams. You know, whatever it was that you had put on hold so you can do your mothering, do your wifelies, you know, be a community person. There's so many avenues that you can do what you have buried deep inside. Age does not matter. It's just a number. If you're 85 and you can run out of bed and you feel like a 20-year-old, then do 20-year-old stuff.
All right. That's very well said.
Yes.
Very well said. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today on NDME TV Live. And it's going to be May 30th. Barbara and Ginger comes out May 30th. Both Colette and Roz are playing mother and daughter. It's going to be amazing. It'll be on NDMETV.com. Also, NDME TV YouTube channel. Subscribe so that you can see all the upcoming films. And they're going to actually be doing some more stuff, but we won't let too much out about that. We got some little stuff under.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies,
You're
for joining us on NDME TV Live. And I look forward to you getting your Oscars. As I tell everybody, I want a ticket. Don't act like you don't know me when you get it. And God bless you both. And thank you so much for the blessed opportunity to work with you on this amazing film. And we'll be talking with you later. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Till we meet again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The real truth is that you need to stop what you're doing and take a look at me, because this is about me and what you did to me, your daughter.
I would never have gotten in that car with you if I'd have known that Dr. Kazi told you not to drive.
The doctor did tell me that morning not to drive, and I did it anyway.
But Mama, you don't listen, because Barbara Ann is going to do what Barbara Ann wants to do all the time.